His father spoke slowly, carefully, as if every word mattered, but the son never listened. To him, those words felt outdated, unnecessary. Advice meant for another time, another life. He loved his father, but quietly. In public, he felt embarrassed, ashamed of the man who worked too hard, spoke too simply, and never fit into the polished world his son wanted to belong to. Responsibility changes a man, his father once said. The son smiled politely and laughed inside. To him, responsibility was a burden for weak people, not something meant for someone still chasing freedom. Then came a night he never expected. A phone call, a silence too heavy to ignore. And in that moment, he felt fear, not of losing freedom, but of losing the man he never truly understood. Sitting alone, he replayed every ignored word, every unfinished conversation. For the first time, his father's voice felt louder than ever, because silence teaches lessons no speech ever can. The house felt heavier without his father's voice. Bills lay untouched. Lights hummed quietly. And he realized someone had been holding everything together while he was busy looking away. On the table, he found a list. Groceries, rent, medicine, simple things he never noticed. That's when he understood responsibility isn't loud. It's quiet work done daily so others can live freely. Wearing his father's shoes felt strange, heavy, uncomfortable. But as he stepped outside, something shifted inside him. His freedom had always been built on someone else's sacrifices. That day, he made his first hard choice. He said no to comfort, no to escape, and yes to showing up. For the first time, responsibility didn't feel like a cage. It felt like purpose. In the quiet, he heard his father's voice again, not lecturing, not warning, just steady. Responsibility changes a man. This time, he didn't laugh. He listened and understood. His days started earlier now, not to impress anyone, but because someone had to. Discipline entered his life quietly, without applause, without praise. Standing at the pharmacy, he felt the cost of care, not just in money, but in worry, sacrifice, and choices. This was the weight his father carried silently. Every single month, he began saying no, not to others, but to himself. No to shortcuts. No to excuse. Every refusal felt heavy, but each one built the man his father hoped he'd become. Sometimes he imagined his father watching from a distance, not judging, not correcting, just proud. The kind of pride that needs no words, because lessons were finally being lived, not spoken. He didn't become his father overnight, but he became someone his father would recognize. Responsibility didn't steal his freedom. It gave his life weight, direction, and meaning. Something unexpected began to happen. People looked at him differently, not because he spoke louder, but because responsibility changed how he stood, worked, and carried himself. Looking at his father's photo one evening, he finally understood what strength really was. It wasn't control. It was showing up, even when tired, afraid, or unappreciated. Then came the moment that changed everything. He held his own child for the first time. Responsibility was no longer a lesson. It was a heartbeat in his arms. And suddenly, his father's sacrifices made perfect sense. That night, he whispered words he never said before. "Thank you. I'm sorry. I understand now." They didn't change the past, but they changed the man shaping the future. Life didn't become easier, but it became clearer. He stopped chasing applause and started choosing presence. Responsibility no longer felt heavy. It felt honest, grounded, and real. He wished he had understood sooner that freedom without responsibility is empty, and responsibility without love is unbearable. His father carried both without ever asking to be noticed. If you're listening and thinking of your father, or someone who quietly carries your world, this is your moment. Don't wait to understand responsibility after life forces it upon you. His father was never trying to control his life. He was trying to prepare him for it. Because responsibility doesn't steal your youth, it protects the people who depend on you. Before you move on, ask yourself one question. Who taught you responsibility without applause? If this story touched you, comment, "I understand now," and subscribe, so we never forget the lessons life teaches too quietly.